Ayo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10, aka Air Martin, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, what I got for you today is some NBA 2K26 Next Gen. Now, I will not lie to you, I have had this game since early release. I've been banging it out, and I'm personally enjoying it. Now, because I bought the game and I had to buy the $100 version, I need to pay for it. So the video that I have for you today happens to be the best Paul George build on NBA 2K26 Next Gen. Do I believe this is the best build in the game? No. But this is a build for those people who want to make a build around their favorite player. And I know a bunch of you love Paul George just because it does well every year. Now, as you know, Paul George is right-handed, jersey number 13, even though technically we should put number 24 if we want to be precise. Back old school Indiana Pacers Paul George, because that's what we're getting here. Now, before we get into the little makeup of this build, I do gotta say, thank you for checking out the video because I haven't uploaded in months, in which case you found me, you know what I'm saying? Glad to have you here. But if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like this, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. If we get 15 likes, I will drop another build video midweek. Either way, there will be a build video next Sunday, so it's your choice. If you want one midweek, let's get at least 15. If you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like this and you have specific content you want to see, down below in the comment section, let me know what you want to see. I hopefully should be uploading some rec gameplay, but hey, it is what it is. I gotta figure out the timings. And lastly but not least, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure to turn post notifications on because we are back to uploading regularly. Now, as we said, this is going to be Paul George from the Indiana Pacers, but we won't be going shooting guard on the build. We will be going small forward. Height-wise, we're going 6'8" with a weight of about 220 pounds and a wingspan of 6'9", just because these are the measurements we've always used, and these are his accurate measurements. Now, to start off with any young Paul George classic build, you always got to get some driving dunk on the build. Now, key things are this year, if you want to be able to get the contact dunks, firstly, 2-foot contact dunks, you need an 87 driving dunk with a 75 vert. But if you want to be able to get the pros off one, we need at the very least an 89 driving and a 78 vertical. So that's what we're going to slap on the build. Firstly, 89 on the driving dunk. And obviously on the vertical side of things, we're going to get this all the way up to about a 78. Now, the next aspect of Paul George's game that I want to go with is the driving layup. I am putting this up quite high at about an 85. You can technically lower this to what you prefer, but I am putting this at an 85 just because, not for the animations, I want to be able to get that silver layup mix master just because, yeah, Paul George really has the ability to do such things, so it's vital that we get this in the game. Now, the next key aspect to Paul George's game is he is smooth with the ball. Pause. High key, pause, low key, pause, and mid key, pause. But because of that, we will be giving the build about an 81 on the ball handle. This is considerably higher than you require if you want to get the Paul George animations. I say this because if we quickly go over here and I quickly go through, for example, signature size up, I do believe that Paul George is in the game. You will notice that you need a 75 on the ball handle. And this is the same for every other playmaking, at least animation, when it comes to Paul George. All you need is a 75 on the ball handle. However, we will be going with an 81 because that does mean we get silver handles for days, which you will need with how you're going to be taking defenders off the dribble one-on-one. And beside that, obviously, you will need lightning launch at least silver, so we will be putting the speed with ball up to a 75. Now, pass accuracy-wise, we did go with a 76. This was less for the pass animations and more for the aspect that we wanted. Versatile, visionary, break starter, and dimer at a silver. I wouldn't insist on getting bailout just because, yeah, if you find yourself in a situation where you need to bail out, you made a bad decision either way, die by it. Okay, let's not say die by it because, you know, YouTube will demonetize it. Yeah, live by it. Next thing we want to go with is defense. Paul George is one of the better two-way players, or has generally been one of the better two-way players in the league, which is why we have elected to give him an 87 on the perimeter defense because, of course, this does mean that we get Hall of Fame off-ball pest, silver challenger, and then strength-wise, we put this all the way up to about a 60 because then it means we also managed to get, hold up, wait a minute, something's wrong right here. Oh yeah, sorry, agility. This is one rule I'm gonna tell you now, and I'm gonna tell you forever whenever you make a build. Care more about your agility than your speed. On this build, I've gone with an 80 when it comes to agility. I would have gone higher, but the main reason for that is agility is what's going to determine how quick you are laterally to move against the players you're defending. Because you'll notice with a low agility, pick dodger is low, on-ball menace is low, everything is low. It doesn't care about the speed. That's because speed this year will obviously help you run left, right, and center just in regards of how quickly you can move up and down the court. Agility is going to help with that change of direction work, as well as your ability to shuffle left and your ability to shuffle right. So get it as high as you possibly can. Care more about that than speed because, yeah, if you're moving nicely, people really can't stay with you. But yeah, as we said, this manages to get a Silver Challenger, Silver On-Ball Menace, Silver Pick Dodger, and Hall of Fame Off-Ball Pest. I personally currently run Hall of Fame Off-Ball Pest just because once people are off the ball, you really get to start bumping them, and it makes it hard for them to get the ball back. Plus, it also makes it easier to jump passing lanes, which is why on the side of that, we've also put a 73 on the steal for that Silver Interceptor. With Hall of Fame Off-Ball Pest, you're literally pushing them in, whereby the only place the pass can get thrown is right by the two of you, and if you time it well enough, Silver Interceptor is beastly. Now for the interior side of things, we did decide to go with the 70 on the interior defense, paired up of course with a 78 when it came to the block, because this does mean that we managed to get Silver High Flying Denier, Bronze Paint Patroller, and those are the key badges, because again, you're a small forward, you shouldn't find yourself inside too much. Majority of the times, if you're found inside, just put your arms up and hope for the best. Rebounding wise, we only did the defensive rebound by pushing this all the way up to about a 70. Obviously, that does mean we get a 45 when it comes to offensive, but the key reason again, Silver Box Out Beast, Bronze Rebound Chaser. We wanted Box Out Beast more than anything because again, you're going to be boxing out to help your center, and Rebound Chaser just in case you're lucky enough to have the ball fall to you. Now for the aspect that majority of you have been waiting for, which happens to be the shooting on this build. Now, to stick with any Paul George build, I firstly decided to go with a slightly then higher mid-range. Well, technically, I went with an 83 on the 3-ball. Key reasons being, Paul George is a really good 3-point shooter for his position. I gave it an 83, which gives you bronze limitless range, which makes a little bit of sense for him because here and there he can shoot from way back, but I wouldn't necessarily say this is something that's key to his game. And then on the pair of that, I decided to go with an 87 when it came to the mid-range jump shot, just because it does of course mean that you managed to get that Silver Set Shot Specialist, Shifty Shooter, and Deadeye. Obviously I could have tried to do this with a 3-point jumper, but again, this build will make a lot of sense with that mid-range because we gave it a 71 when it came to the post control. This again allows you the capability of you can back people down, and with an 87 midi, you'll know you'll fade over them with abilities whereby you won't miss most often. The 83 3-point means in catch and shoot situations you're a knockdown, but also you can shoot off the dribble. And then lastly, to tie it up, decided to give this build an 80 on the free throw because it does then mean that you can take this build into the wreck and know that you're not gonna suffer. Now with the last little bits of attributes we do have, we put the speed up to a 77. Obviously not making it the fastest build in the game, but having this 77 speed means you obviously get silver slippery off ball. It means you're not a slouch when you're running up and down the floor. But more than anything, it's the one not to worry about too tough because you only need to be super fast if you're a guard. But this is the Paul George build we made. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's see what it says we made. You know what I'm saying? Let's see the shades of Corey Maggette, 2016 to 2017 Paul George and the Pacers. If you remember that, you remember that. I personally believe he was a little bit better 3 years before that when he was going against LeBron and the Heat, and he really almost cost us a ring. But yeah, we also get Paul Pierce in here. That doesn't make that much sense to me, but I guess it's because of the fact that this build can get buckets and play defense kind of well, and it's kind of slow. But athleticism-wise, I wouldn't say P was like that when he was in the league, but that's just me. The name of the build is a two-way crafty mid-paint scorer, which is kind of nice. Strength-wise, as you can see, fearless finish at the rim, premier perimeter lock, mid-range sniper, layups drop and stride. The only weaknesses are easily knocked off balance, which comes to the 60 strength. Again, if you want, you can lower the layup and increase that. No feel for rebounding possession. Yeah, with a small forward, nigga, we ain't really trying to rebound like that. But Hall of Fame aerial wizard, Hall of Fame off-ball pest, gold pogo stick. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, go and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on. We're gonna be uploading quite regularly. And last but not least, in the comment section, let me know, we rocking with the build or we not? What build you trying to see next? Do you want to see the build I'm running, which I'm killing people with? Or do you want to see what, in my personal opinion, is the best build in this game? And I ain't talking about a 7'4" center. But yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.